Chris Evans' Captain America was originally going to be introduced at the very end of Avengers: Infinity War. Directors Anthony and Joe Russo and writers Christopher Markus and Stephen McFeely have gone on record multiple times saying that the reason they wanted to do Captain America: Civil War before bringing Thanos into the fold is because they wanted the Marvel Cinematic Universe's heroes to be at their lowest point before facing their greatest threat. Because of that, Infinity War opens up a few years after the events of Civil War, with Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark leading his band of superheroes, including Vision and War Machine, under the oversight of Thunderbolt Ross. Whereas Steve Rogers is busy traveling the world with his Secret Avengers team, which includes Falcon and Black Widow. They finally start to come together relatively early on in the film, with Steve Rogers arriving just after the 40-minute mark. But there was a point in the scripting process in which the creative minds behind the film wanted to bring in Captain America much later. Related: how the Infinity War cast found out about Thanos' snap scene in the audio commentary on the Avengers Infinity War Blu-ray release. Joe Russo says that they worked hard to give Steve Rogers a great entrance in the film, which is why they chose the train scene in Scotland. But Stephen McFeely says they had drafts in which they really delayed Rogers' entrance. As it turns out, Steve came in towards the end of the film in one of those drafts. According to Christopher Markus, Cap's first appearance in the movie was originally when he tackles Corvus Glaive, after Corvus skewers Vision with his blade, during the Battle of Wakanda. According to the creative team, there wasn't anything for them to model this movie off of, and so they had to start from scratch and go through trial and error. One of the things they moved around a lot was obviously Steve Rogers' entrance, which understandably would have angered fans if he was only in the movie for a couple minutes in the end. Another thing they tweaked a lot was the opening scene, but that was mostly due to the writers starting the script process in early 2016 before Marvel even had a script for Thor: Ragnarok. What's interesting: Cap swooping in to save Vision is actually what Mark Hamill had in mind for Luke Skywalker's entrance in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. But instead, Hamill showed up in the last few moments of the film this year with Avengers 4 still on the way. It's a mystery as to what exactly the final installment in the MCU's first saga will entail. But the core Avengers should theoretically have more time to share on screen since, for most of them, this will be their last movie. We'll just have to wait and see when Captain America, and the other heroes, for that matter, show up in the film this year. Avengers: Infinity War is now available on digital HD, and it releases on Blu-ray on August 14th. Tags: The Avengers 3 looking for an AD-free experience on ScreenRant.